the interview. We didn't get to the interview. You talking to the interview. We was going to get into that. But since you brought it up.
We didn't know.
Since you brought it up. We didn't get into that. So we want to go into Miss Key's beginning. That's what we want to talk about. See, that was a segue. See, you ain't even on my segue. You done cut me off on your segue. No, but our segue was to get into it and say, what made you become who you are? See, I had a plane the whole time. You know. Okay. What made you become who you are? And was it a talent that was hidden? Or did you start, were you, I guess, my question is a lot of girls growing up, to me, they start doing hair when they're 13, playing in dolls' hairs, and it just catches on. Was that something you did, or was it something that you found later on in life?
Ironically, I had always done hair. I had always toyed around with it, not knowing early on that this is what I wanted to do as a career. Actually, I never even thought of it as a profession at a young age. I started out what I thought was a passion for medical, and that was because I was a teenage mom who had a son when I was 16 years old, and at that point I knew I have to be able to do something viable to take care of my son. So I wanted to have a reputable profession, and my son was born with a very rare condition called tracheoesophageal fistula, where his stomach wasn't connected to his tracheoesophageal fistula. So his trach was not connected to his stomach. And being at 16 years old, of course, I was like, what, huh, what? You know, we didn't have Google this and Google that now 28 years ago. So I immediately gravitated to medical because my son was sick. You know, he didn't come home with me. He had to have major surgery at birth. So I thank God, because a lot of times you find people with the trachs in their throat, and my son did not have to have one put in. They were able to go in under his underarm and repair his esophagus. Wow. So thank God for that. But so at that point, of course, automatically I became passionate about medical. I think I'm going to be a nurse, so I'm going to be a pediatrician, you know. And I graduated from high school, and by graduation, I was on my third child. And of course, by now, and I really better get something that's going to make some money to take care of these kids.
So, if you don't mind me asking, I think that's part of why a lot of people don't find their passion. They're pushed into situations where they get pushed into something like, I got to go to work, versus being able to sit back and reflect like, no, this is what I really like. So like you said, it's a great thing that everything wanted you to go medical. It's great money, but you didn't have that real passion. It
wasn't for it. Yeah, but that wasn't what it was initially. It was just heartfelt because of my son and his medical condition. And so I did a program at Cincinnati State, summer program, medical program, and I did that, and I graduated. And growing up and not having a lot of money, I didn't get a lot of opportunities. Going to the salon was not something that I had the luxury to do. So I remember graduating and getting out of school and got my assistant check, because of course I was on assistance at 18 with 3 kids.
And she off now.
And yes, I am off, thank God. But I remember having an opportunity to go to the salon. And I went, and that was a rare opportunity. I went, and I was sitting in the salon chair getting my hair done. I never forget, I was at Sally's, Miss Sally's on Hamilton Avenue, and Naomi was doing my hair. And I was sitting there, and it was like an epiphany. I had never ever considered doing hair, but something just came, and I was like, I don't know what's going on in here, but I want to do this. It wasn't a particular style. It wasn't anything anybody said to me. It was the atmosphere that I was in. And I got on that bus. I went home. I took out, because it was the Yellow Pages back then, the Yellow Pages, and I looked up beauty school. I had no idea what was entailed with going to school and having a license or anything. I looked it up, and the next day I was downtown at Motor Hollywood Beauty College, and from there, that's where it began. It was not even a second thought.
I want to say 2 things. First off, you sound like a rock star. Reason I say that, you sound like when somebody said, I went to this comedy club and I didn't know, and I heard that first joke and I wanted to do it, or when I heard that rapper say it and just made me want to do it. So when you knew your calling, it's like you found your calling. You didn't even understand it, but you grabbed it. Most people hear their calling and they don't grab it, and that's something that is to commend you on. Because a lot of people are like, I don't know why I love doing this, but I got to go to work tomorrow. Like, it's stuck with you. Another thing I want to say, you said you were on assistance. I grew up on assistance. My mom was on assistance anyway. But I think what you did was you used it to your benefit.
Oh, most
A lot of
certainly.
people get assistance and they just go spend it, but you use it to your benefit, and that's a lesson I think a lot of people don't understand. Like when you get this money, don't just go spend on this. Build
Right.
something with it. Get a foundation with it, and that's what I just want to commend for people looking out
I
there.
guess it's like some people, they get that first credit card and get that limit on there, and they pretty much go nuts with it.
Is that a call?
No.
Oh, okay. You got people calling your phone.
Yes.
Sorry about that, but go ahead. They go nuts with their first.
Yeah, they go nuts with it instead of using it to actually build their credit.
But I'm saying when I say assistance, I mean you're getting something to help you build a better
Right.
place.
That's what I'm saying. You can use it to
that's
as a game.
and a lot of people don't do that. So when I
People
say
get complacent.
And,
I mean, and that's
exactly.
I tell everybody young and anybody I've run into, because people look at me now and they think one thing but they don't know. But that's why any opportunity that I get, I tell my story, because you have a lot of young girls, teenagers now here, and they're thinking, oh, well, what can I do? What will I be? Well, listen, when I say I graduated from high school and was 5 months pregnant with my third son, just to say to God, well, I didn't even have a spiritual walk at that time when I had that notion that I wanted to be a hairstylist, but that was God over me in my life then, and I didn't even know. Like you said, a calling it was, because when I walked right into that thing just as easily, and I thank God for my parents and their support, because they could have put me out, oh, you had one baby, oh, you had another baby, and another baby, but they didn't. So I love my parents, and I thank God for them and my family support. But that did leave me, and when I tell you, I never looked back. I went to school, I did what I had to do, I got my license, and even raising 4 kids, I have never had to work another job. So when my stylists come in the industry now and they like, oh, how am I gonna pay my booth rent? And I'm like, listen, if I can tell you that I walked out here and did this at 18, 19 years old with kids, I'm telling you, if you just trust, you can do it. And the fact that I have the opportunity to put them under me to show them, so I can get them. You don't have to make the same mistakes that I made. This is what you can do better than what I did.
But there's something else behind it that people don't know. You have to have drive. I think that's the key to it.
That
You can
is.
teach them; they can be up under you, can be the best.
Oh,
but if they
yeah.
have a drive to do it themselves and want to do it, it's not going to happen. I don't